It sounded very shitty, which could very well have been a Subaru.
Yeah.
Hey.
Videos posted. Oh, we lost a like on Facebook.
You lost a like? It's probably Christian, that salty fuck. I know you're getting tired of me saying that, but...
No, you like lots of big meat in and around your mouth. That's perfectly okay. How you want to live your life is your business. I'm not going to tell you that what you're doing is right or wrong. I will support you however you want to do this.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, Gavin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the CAMcast.
Woo!
Woo!
Yes, the podcast that is reminding you that there was a very recent time in human history where there was a crime called unlawful detention of a hat.
No.
What?
Yeah, there was a
I mean, that was awkwardly, to the point.
Yeah.
That sounds very specific, but okay.
I mean, no, there was a time in Anglo history where hats were a huge goddamn thing
Okay.
for not just men, but for women.
Hmm.
Yes, in, I think, the early 1900s, even up close
Like
to
turn
World
of the
War...
last century.
Yeah, but even close to, World War I, something that is fairly recent. There were riots in Philadelphia
What?
because men were wearing their summer hats into the fall and winter.
What a fashion faux pas.
I mean,
Damn.
I could think of so many other things Philadelphians could be fighting about.
Don't worry, they
Right?
fought over those too, but...
But also hats.
Yes, also hats. So,
Why is my tea so damn expensive?
anyway, I am Mike, dear leader, Doc Taste, and I am joined by the professor of the ghetto arts, Uncle Radical himself,
Indeed. Hey.
Yes. And Doc Bold, the one and only P-Car.
Hey, hey, hey.
Nice.
Of course, you always have to add one more hey than I do.
This is not a competition.
That's actually something my uncle used to do. Be like, hey, hey, hey.
Damn.
Like, thanks, Bob.
How great it is.
Indeed. Well, on a program, I hesitate to call it packed.
We have things to talk about.
We have an anonymous turtle.
And, I mean, we also rant.
Great.
So
That must be me this time.
That is definitely
must
you.
have logged back out again.
How about that?
No, it's okay though. Yeah, we've got stuff to talk about. Something dying, so something else could live. Crazy
tell.
new technology. Okay, I'll go into that one.
Do tell.
So remember how in Pearly World Challenge there was a Cadillac GT program
That's right.
with the CTSs and
Johnny
then,
Connell. Or
yeah,
whatever.
Johnny O'Connell
Yep.
and the Taylor brothers later.
Yep.
Yeah. So, fun story. For a few years, there has been a Corvette GT3 program
Right.
just in Europe. It just couldn't be in America because in America there was another GM GT3 program,
Right.
and that was Cadillac. So, we all remember that Cadillac pulled the plug on their GT program, and to fill that void, Callaway is bringing their GT3R Corvettes that have dominated the ADAC Master Series in Germany.
The dream of the 90s alive at GM.
Wow. Wow.
We're just going to keep it moving. So, next year in Pirelli World Challenge, Callaway is going to be running a pair of GT3R Corvettes as a factory team.
Okay.
And then the year after that, they're going to transition to being a more customer team. But, yeah,
That's awesome.
Corvettes doing proper racing in North America.
Yay!
Yay!
I was worried, honestly, that it was going to end up becoming a Cadillac nameplate, and then all the Corvette fanboys were going to finally have something to riot about. That was actually worth rioting about. What, bro? Mid-engine Corvette?
Yeah, there's still...
Okay, the Rednecks won when the C4 ZR1 came out with 4 camshafts instead of 1.
Yeah.
So
there is still the fun rumor that that mid-engine Corvette that people keep seeing running around
Yeah.
is actually going to be badged as a Cadillac and become GM's new
That's what I would think.
GTE Pro.
it's probably just going to become a next-gen XLR. Let's just be real.
Ugh.
Yeah. Don't
Which,
worry.
I mean, they could certainly do worse.
Definitely.
They could do better, but they
could
could certainly
definitely do better.
worse.
Definitely. So, back to the Corvettes. We don't know who's going to be driving them yet, but it's going to be
Okay.
announced at the PRI show in Indy. I believe that show starts on the 7th of December, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah. Friend of the program, Sally McNulty, is going to be out there in the Turbo Smart booth.
Oh, hey.
If you see her, say hi.
Hey.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a hold of her and, send her over that way so she can get some news for us. Doubt it's going to work, but
we'll give it a go.
worth a try.
Yep.
Yes. So, sticking with motorsports, Toyota did the thing that we all thought that they were going to do. They're going to stay in LMP1 in the WEC. We all figured they were going to do that because they were doing the driver test at Abu Dhabi. So, and they had Fernando Alonso testing in the car.
Okay.
Yep. So
That's awesome.
yeah, they're sticking around. They are going to be the only P1 Pro hybrid team. So they have the conventional engine and then also hybrid power. So, yeah.
But they're the only ones with that.
Yes, they're the only ones. There
Okay.
are P1 privateer teams. There are 3 that have been announced that have actually bought chassis and are doing all they need to do. It's Dragon Speed, SMP, and Manor.
Okay.
Yes, the same Manor that washed out of Formula One.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
So they're still floating around.
Turns out they're actually pretty good at sports car racing.
Oh, well, all right then.
Yeah.
Who'da
So,
thunk?
yeah, they're not bad at all. So,
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair.
yeah. So,
Good to see him still around and playing with the good stuff in the sandbox.
yeah, and I believe all 3 of those teams were P2 team, LMP2 teams last season. So they stepped up because they've been doing very well in those programs. So, good to see that. Also, LMP2 is exploding. So, yeah.
Well, good. So there's going to be more stuff to watch here soon.
Yeah, and, quick side note. So, I didn't know this, but turns out the WEC actually had a broadcast deal with Fox Sports.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
I had no idea.
Interesting. How'd you find this one?
I was listening to Midweek Motorsport, and Marshall Pruitt was talking because he's a Fox Sports commentator. Like
Okay.
he does their IMSA stuff.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, but WEC is actually going to be moving away from Fox Sports, so I have no idea how to watch aside from questionable streams on the internet.
You might have to rely on that for the next little while.
I mean,
That's
until
interesting.
we figure it out. Or, I mean, so the WEC does have you can actually pay to stream their stuff wherever, doesn't matter where you are. You can get the official,
Just through their website
yep,
or what
just
it is.
Right.
the official WEC stream, so that's an option. But, if you're, how do I say this, budget friendly?
I mean, we're cheap-ass Americans. We want to watch this shit for free.
I want to
Sure.
see it on my goddamn television.
Exactly.
Can you steal it? Is it possible to steal it?
I mean, it's the internet, so yeah.
You could be that one hero that pays for it and then mirrors the stream.
Oh.
So if anyone's listening that wants to pay for some WEC,
Nobody
Gotcha.
that's listening wants to pay for a WEC stream.
damn it.
No.
They're listening to us. They are also just as budget conscious as we are.
Yes.
Budget friendly, Dave.
Oh,
Unless you're Bruno Carniero, in which case, hey, Bruno.
Hey.
shout out to Bruno Guns
Luigi.
Carniero.
Is
Did
that his nickname?
Did you see? No, he posted a photo of him like just doing fucking like
Dude,
curls.
he's ripped.
Yeah, ripped. Child.
Well, I mean, the guy's got to be as fit as a fiddle.
Well,
I mean,
no.
to do the stuff he does.
This is beyond fit. This
well,
is
this
like,
is like yeah. Every time I see him, I just see like a high school kid because
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what he
I mean,
is.
he's, like,
Well,
growing
right.
and
I mean,
stuff,
but still,
like,
Kid's
well,
what,
that-
18, 19?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
18, I think.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
maybe
word.
17 or something.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
then I just see him, with like
He's jacked.
2 big plates on the end of the bar. It's just, damn, son, just putting in work.
I mean, I wish I was that cool when I was 18.
Look at him,
Holy shit,
yeah.
Bruno.
Yeah, we're
Dude.
not kidding.
yoked.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure
I'm
what
actually-
I did to fuck up.
I'm
but,
actually really jealous of that.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that.
I'm not even going to lie. That is chiseled man right there.
I just look back at my life and I wonder where it all went wrong.
I know exactly where mine went wrong. Donuts. They taste too good.
Yeah,
And beer.
damn
and
right.
beer. Yep. Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, there we go.
Heyo.
Driving Experience Tourist Challenge.
So on and so forth.
Yay. Brought to you by Hams and Miller High Life.
Yep. Yes. Anyway, while we're still on the topic of the internet, y'all need to call your congressman because the net neutrality gutting is going to begin, and that's fucked up. We don't want that to happen.
Oh, is that making its rounds again? Is that coming
It's
back
actually
into
going
light?
to. It's actually going to happen because finally, we have a soulless, heartless human being occupying the FCC chairmanship who actually has
no.
enough of a spine to go through and just do these damn things.
Oh no!
And why net neutrality matters is, so say Comcast for some odd reason doesn't like CAMautomag.
Right.
They could just slow us down to a crawl all of our content across all of our platforms.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they could royally fuck us up. So they could.
It's
there's-
one further step away from actual freedom and,
Yeah, So this is a thing we should all care about. Yeah, you need to call your congressman and tell them, that you do not support this shit.
Yeah, time to write sternly worded letters.
Oh yeah,
Empty your outbox. Empty your congressman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
make those interns hate life.
Indeed.
Yes.
Because it's not the actual congressman going through these mails.
Oh God, no.
it's their secretary.
It's 4 levels of people before you actually get to the congressperson.
Sure.
So, let's see.
Unless you threaten harm, then you just get straight to the police.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you throw some little, like, anthrax or something in the letter.
Damn. I was talking about an email. Like,
Oh.
you got all medieval with, like, stamps and paper. And
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I just want to remind everybody that Orrin Hatch looks like the Crypt Keeper, except less charming.
The Crypt Keeper was charming?
I mean, he's a fucking peach compared to the good senator from the state of Utah.
I mean, I'll give you that.
Jesus. That's
Anything's better than our governor.
Let's veer off this road before.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
on
we're
a more
going down the
pleasant
wrong gravel
note.
road.
Yes, more pleasant note.
More pleasant note. We got some things happening in the automotive world with news and stuff. What I want to talk about is Tesla.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't
okay.
normally like to talk about Tesla, not because I have anything against the company. They just don't normally interest me.
Can we put a pin in this real quick? Dave, you've been upgraded to a Panda. Gavin, go.
Oh damn!
Oh, shit, son.
Wow.
Wow.
First of all, oh wow!
Wow.
Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you. Gone from turtle to panda. I don't know which one's slower, but I know which one's cuter.
Yeah. I like it.
Tesla has been okay. So since like the P100D came out and even the 85D, like all
Yeah.
their more performance-oriented cars,
Right.
I've had this at the back of my head. Of they need to release a Roadster again.
Yeah, they need
to
to-
make their own Roadster because God only knows how fast that thing is going to be.
They need to have something that isn't just a Lotus Elise with a bunch of laptop batteries shoved into it.
Exactly. They need some like more better than homebrew shit.
Yeah.
Not to hate on homebrew.
No, there's
I
nothing
like
wrong with
homebrew.
that.
But
Well, it sounds like they've been listening to your prayers, P-Car.
They really have. So they released a couple things to make the segue as smooth as possible. I'm just going to start off with the new Roadster that they have.
I mean,
that they have debuted,
that's it.
Yeah.
quote unquote.
So on and so forth.
I mean, they debuted it like Hennessy did the F5 Venom.
Yes.
They
There
were just
wasn't
like,
really
oh,
the
yeah,
car.
by the way, there's this.
There's-
Granted, there were people actually going for test drives, not test drives, but like press cars,
Press
and stuff,
drives.
Right.
launches and stuff, and they looked
Yeah.
fast as fuck.
Right. I mean, it almost looked like video was sped up for a brief moment. Like, that's... I mean,
Yeah.
okay, here's the thing. 1.90 to 60.
That's the part I have a hard time believing.
I don't know. That's...
Tires. Tires.
Okay, so what's it wearing? I guess that's what we really need to figure out, is what type of rubber is it
PS4Ss
wearing?
are not going to deal with
No.
Perhaps not, but
that.
what does
would
this
normally
thing weigh?
I would normally say short of drag slicks, I don't know of any kind of street tire or performance tire that could handle those kind of G-forces.
I mean, I guess it depends on how wide. That's really what
That
it
is
comes
true.
down
They could
to.
totally have a 370 millimeter wide
Yeah, I mean,
tire
we
setup.
don't know. I'm looking
On
at
all
these.
four corners.
Yeah, looking at these press pictures. I can't get an accurate idea of what it's actually wearing.
And they did that intentionally.
And I'm sure they did. But I mean, you got to keep in mind it is basically all-wheel drive. I mean, you've got a motor at every corner.
I think it's 2 motors.
Is it 2 motors?
I think it's 2 motors.
Okay.
But it's still effectively all-wheel drive.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, so and the great thing though that does come with electric cars, the bigger the batteries, the more power that you can put down, but that also means the more range.
Right.
So really, the faster the cars are going to get in the future, the further they can go.
Right.
So this thing, I don't recall any torque or horsepower specs, but they claim 250 plus miles an hour.
Which I can understand if it's fairly lightweight.
Yes. And
Which, I mean, there's a lot of battery in this thing if it's going to do 620.
620 mile range.
You got to
yeah.
think, the P100D is a pretty portly vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
yeah, but
it's
that's
a
also
little
a 4-door with a big hatch.
right. I mean, given that it's a little bit heavier than the E-Class it's loosely based off of, and it still makes some pretty interesting numbers.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause those are sub
but what
3
range
second
are they
cars.
at? I mean, obviously,
Well,
aerodynamics and weight play a big part of
And
this.
here's the other thing as well. Part of it is keeping your foot out of it for the range.
Well, sure.
To get range.
Sure, if you hypermile it, yeah, I'm sure you can get 620 out of this thing.
There have been, over the past few years, most people have been claiming fewer miles than what Elon has been spouting. But then there are other people that have been hypermiling and that have been getting those numbers.
Right, right.
So
Which,
when he says 650 miles or 620 miles range,
let's assume 550.
I'm assuming
average.
550 or
5 to
500.
550.
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
And then the person who really wants to push that number
Can
do that.
Yeah. If
I
you're-
imagine it's marketing like any other company does. You show your best numbers in ideal situations under ideal circumstances.
Damn
I mean,
right.
hell, I'm sure that they probably didn't even drive outside to get the 620 number. They probably had a rolling road in a building.
I would imagine you're probably right.
And that's probably what they
but
did.
also keep in mind where they're made.
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you could you
They,
got to think
they
that
aren't
is,
a car
that is
company.
paradise.
They are a tech
It's-
company.
Yes, they are.
It's 72 degrees and sunny all day every day in Southern California.
Sure.
And
That's
like-
actually more Northern California.
you know what I mean. Shut up.
It's not as SoCal.
You're right.
SoCal
You're right.
can
It's
get.
by San Francisco. I'm sorry. My geography skills are failing me right now.
It's okay, Dave.
It's okay. But anywho, you got to think. It's in picturesque, picture-perfect, ideal conditions where they get those numbers, and they probably embellish them even slightly from that.
Probably.
Yeah.
So if we say
Well, that's-
500 to 550, that is still insanely impressive.
Oh, especially considering, the 100Ds and stuff have been getting 250.
right.
Yeah,
And what
around
was
there.
What was their original claimed mileage?
For those cars.
Yeah.
Like when the Model S came out.
Right.
I think it was like around 200.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're exceeding their original expectation.
Right.
Well,
And I'm
yeah.
sure
The batteries
and
have also
as
grown.
of-
Yeah.
Right, the
that's-
batteries have grown in size, and then we've also seen with those recent natural disasters down south,
Yeah.
or how Tesla has given this range extension to people,
Yeah.
and that was coming under a little bit of a discerning eye, because on one hand that was good of them to do to make sure people stayed safe. It was people also saying, well, how much untapped potential is left in my car?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's that too. Like, we don't know if this 620 is completely uncapped. We
Well-
don't know if the actual production model, they're going to say, "Oh yeah, you get 420."
Well, and I will say that since it is a Silicon Valley tech company,
Yeah.
they are all about giving you the best numbers just so
They can sell.
Yeah, investors and VC guys can just keep blindly throwing money at them.
And God knows they need it right now because that
Yeah.
Model 3 with the delays
Ooh,
and the
that ain't helping.
no.
I skimmed past a headline while I was looking for stuff on another Tesla offering.
Yeah.
That Tesla goes through roughly $500,000 per hour of operation cost.
That-
Jesus fucking Christ.
That seems utterly insane.
That seems.
Yes.
I want to know exactly where that's going, because that seems artificially high to me.
That does seem
Yeah.
That seems
high.
very, very high to me.
Well, that just,
Like, I would almost wager to say that sounds like Tesla and SpaceX
That's probably
operating
Elon's.
concurrently. That could
Yeah.
even be
Yeah.
Elon's
everything that Elon
operating
has
cost.
hands on.
Exactly, because he's got his hands in a lot
that
of
makes
pockets.
sense. It's outer fucking space.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. I mean, but then again, we're going 600 miles, and make it 250
Well,
miles an hour in a
and I
roadster.
will-
So
And I will say this: I was skimming through Jalopnik about the Roadster and the mileage and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It is a bigger battery than what's in the Model S, but also a slightly different battery.
It's not the same type of tech.
No, it's
well,
like
I would imagine they're using the cutting edge stuff.
yeah. So like the Model, I briefly skimmed this while I was throwing together the agenda at lunch today.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, hiding out in my car. Shout out to everybody who eats lunch in their car. You're the real heroes.
What up?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're all there, kind of.
Yeah,
Damn right.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Word.
Anyway, so the Model S batteries and the old Tesla batteries, it's like almost like a 2-core battery.
Okay.
So you can only draw it, the new Roadster battery is a 4-cell battery. So you're drawing, so it
That's
can
why they're
hold-
able to go so fast.
and you can hold more energy, and yeah. So
It's the same deal as instead of using one 12-volt battery, you use two 6-volt batteries. You
Yeah.
double your amperage,
Yeah.
or your your amp hours while retaining
Right.
the same voltage.
Exactly.
I get it. Okay. I get
Yeah,
it.
or it's like, to put it in more terms that we understand, it was like when the Corvette went from the LS to the LT architecture.
Yep.
It's a lot the same, but it's also very different.
Mm-hmm.
And you can definitely see how different it is in going from a C6 to a C7.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Z06, the new Z06 putting down. It's like
Well, look at-
450 foot-pounds of torque at idle.
Yeah. Well, did we even talk about the ZR1?
I don't think I think we glossed over it very briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
Kind of hard to know why we only glossed over it.
Well, I
mean,
think it was the day they announced it. Like, it hadn't been at an auto. Like
They announced it the same day we recorded, and we also had 6 people in here.
That's true.
that's true.
Yes,
So,
So
we
really,
were,
it's been 2 weeks.
we were
since
Tangent
really-
City as far as
we
that
were.
goes.
Yeah.
we were deep in the weeds.
So the new ZR1, I mean,
So that
let's
came
just go
out.
ahead and roll right into that. Fuck it.
700
I mean, yeah,
and-
Tesla Roadster, super cool, whatever. $200,000, 1.90 to 60, 8.8 and a quarter mile. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That
Still a 4-seater.
Indeed, still a 4-seater.
Somehow.
Oddly enough.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Roadster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Their official literature says it's a 4-seater.
I mean, that could be for insurance purposes, kind of like the old 2+2 Japanese cars. I mean, you could probably put a backpack or a golf
Like the
bag
old-
back there.
like a lot
Yeah.
of 911s are 4-seaters.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Indeed.
You can seat 4 in there. Do you have a hacksaw? Bite this bullet real
Oh,
quick.
I used to sit in the back of my dad's 911s when I was a kid.
Yeah, when you were a kid.
Yeah, when I was 8.
Yeah.
I imagine you were far more compact when you were 8 than you are now.
Yeah, I sat in the back of a 911 like earlier this year. I was like, wow, I do not remember it being this small. This is utterly painful.
Yeah, exactly.
And we got stuck in a traffic jam on I-80. It was
Aw.
great. It was great.
That's always fun.
So, anywho, but yeah, so, I mean, the new ZR1, that thing is a...
750
Hold on, let me pull this up.
Yeah, pull this info up.
some odd horsepower, and it spits flames and
Made of plastic.
wants to kill you.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Filling dead air. By the way, our background noise is provided by the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, nothing car related today.
No, I mean this is what I've been doing. I've been working on my girlfriend's Christmas present, and I've been watching this. So that's how I live my life. Goddamn, yeah. So the thing is noticeably more aggressive. It has whereas the Z06 has a small little wing with a little gurney flap in there. The ZR1 has a big goddamn carbon fiber GT wing.
Yup.
It's got a hood bulge, legit hood bulge.
Power bulge.
Damn right.
It's a
It asserts
brutally
its freedom.
sexy looking car.
It is real aggressive. It is real hot. It's the same.
That front fairing to me is really reminiscent of some more exotic offerings.
Yeah.
Such as?
Lamborghinis and such.
Okay.
yeah, like it's definitely
It's very chiseled.
yeah.
It is a chiseled car.
It is
Yeah.
a very chiseled
And this-
car, which is odd because the C7, I mean, it has some hard edges, but for the most part, it's a very sleek car.
Well, and also, so the C7Rs are, they were based off of the Z06s, but the C6Rs were based off the ZR1s.
Right.
So I have a feeling that when, God, I can't remember who builds the actual C7Rs for Chevrolet.
Right.
When they get their, hands on it, they're gonna be like, yes, we need to homologate this, so we can then build something that is not. Because I think currently the C7R is now going in Le Mans is going to be the oldest chassis in the field, because there's going to be a
Yeah.
new Aston Martin,
Yep.
BMW showing up with their 8 Series GTE.
So the timing couldn't have been any better. Then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aston Martin today released the new Vantage.
Oh,
That's right. I know a
Fancy,
lot of
fancy.
people were a bit put off at the front end, looking a bit too electric.
Sweet Miata, bro. It looks legitimately like an ND's cousin.
But a lot larger.
Well, sure, like a longer
I mean, it's-
hood.
it's
and
definitely an-
everything's larger, but like the headlights and the grill.
I mean, it's definitely very Aston in size.
Sure.
I mean, this is a massive car to come out of this damp little island we call England.
Here's the thing about Aston and their design language. Yeah, so they released
Yeah.
it in like this electric yellowy, almost like a highlighter yellow, you could call it.
Chartreuse. Chartreuse is a color I'd say this is very close to.
I'm going to call it highlighter yellow.
That works too.
You see what I'm talking about, though? Like,
Yeah.
So we're looking at this now. This is Mike's first time seeing this, I think, right?
I briefly, again, blew right by it on Jalopnik.
No, I love that no
But-
matter what Aston's done with a car, in the last, 40 years, they have kept that Aston grill shape. And
More
I'm
or less.
very
Have
happy
they done
with
that with this?
This still has the peanut
Does
trapezoid-looking
Oh,
grill.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
still
it
there.
does.
It's still there.
It does, but there's
It's
nothing
still-
on the bottom to really
Nothing
give
on the
any
bottom around it.
definition.
Exactly.
If there
it
was,
stayed
then-
open.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yep. So,
But a sexy car.
yeah, very sexy.
It looks like
Great
one of those
booty.
little models, like the little shape car kind of thing that painters use to showcase a
Yeah.
pearlescent paint.
Sure.
It looks like that
So-
in full automotive form.
The rear end gives me daydreams of Fisker a little bit.
a little
that's,
bit.
That's a very Fisker
I
ass.
see
Yeah.
Fisker in the back.
Lot
I
of
see
karma.
Miata in the front.
Yeah,
I see a little bit of like FD, RX-7 in the back
Sure,
too.
I can see that. Yeah.
corner windows and such.
Yeah.
Well, even like those lights,
swept
if
line
that
roof.
light kept on going down there instead of coming up, it would have been more FD-like, I think.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
A very, very attractive car.
Yeah. So
Interior is gorgeous.
yeah. So these are also the ones that are going to have the sweet AMG V8 in it,
The 4.0s.
the Hot V V8
Yep.
Right.
with the turbos in the middle, not on the outside.
Like how Audi's done.
Right.
Mercedes is done.
Like how literally everybody is doing now.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, even the 6.7 Power Stroke is this way.
Is a Hot V.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gnarly.
Word.
That's a pretty sweet interior.
So and the one thing I wanted to actually hit on is this is supposed to be a fairly affordable car.
So
Define affordable.
I think it was sub 150,
yeah, under 150.
which is
No hard numbers yet, but
which is surprising considering what Aston's previous offerings have fetched.
I think that's
originally.
what I would have expected off the bat.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Because I feel
Because they've
like
never
Aston,
been $200,000 cars.
I mean, they're.
I mean,
close.
like the
They've-
DBS and some like the DB9
Right.
and stuff.
yeah, they've
have
been,
it.
you know,
they've been
they've
right
creeped
close
up.
to it.
Yeah.
I guess that's not something I would have expected. So a point I want to make though, and maybe something this is something we can ask the viewers or listeners,
So let's ask our viewers, all 0 of them.
all 0 of our viewers.
I'm viewing this. I count.
Okay, Dave.
All right, Dave. So what do you think?
Okay, hit me with some knowledge.
So the last time a Vantage or the Vanquish got a redesign has been 15 years ago
Something like that.
at least.
It's
I mean,
been
it has to
quite
have
a
been
while.
at least that because I think the last time the Vantage was restyled, it was in a Bond movie, wasn't it?
That was like 02.
Yeah, that it was in the
So 15
Brosnan.
years.
So
Yeah.
it's been 15
It
years.
was deep in the Brosnan era.
Is
Indeed.
that too long to have a car look? And all their cars look the fucking same, by the way.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Yes,
like
they
I
do.
know Porsche's slightly guilty of this. Jeep is a little guilty of not evolving their styling.
I mean,
or whatever.
They have reason.
They get a pass.
Yeah.
Aston Martin has done fucking nothing. They've been sitting on their thumbs,
Well,
their ass for the last
Yeah.
15 fucking years. Haven't done shit.
I mean,
And then they come out with this different looking car. And here's the question: when is it too long to go between redesigns? Because I feel like if they came out with this, say 5 years ago, even or 7 years ago, if you want to go
Well-
halfway, I think it would have this would have aged better. But I don't know about the initial impression if 15 years.
Well, so
It's
they
too long.
kind of did a cop-out thing with the DB10, I think it was in.
and this takes a lot of cues from the DB10.
Yeah, in
that was in the Bond film.
yeah in a Spectre, but that was still a Vantage. They just slapped a pretty body on it.
Sure.
That's all. That's literally all that it was.
Sure.
It was
And I wouldn't even call that a production car. I'd call that a movie car.
no, that's all that it was. Same with
Yeah.
the Jag CX-75. Like
God, that was amazing.
yeah,
That needs to come out.
yeah.
I mean, how many James Bonds have we gone through since the Vantage? Is it 2,
Well,
3?
Daniel Craig has done 3.
Okay.
he's done 4.
4? There's Quantum of Solace. There's Casino
He
Royale.
did Casino Royale, Quantum, Skyfall, Spectre,
Skyfall Spectre. That's 4 alone.
So
And he came out in 06 or something, right?
something like that. Yeah,
pizza's here.
pizza's here. Yeah, there's the tip money.
Money. Perfect.
Don't worry, me and Gavin will keep talking.
Beautiful.
Yep.
All right.
Ramblings.
We already know my feelings on this.
Yeah.
15 years is too long.
Yes.
Too many Bond movies have gone by without a new Aston.
Yes.
As he gently settles the mic down.
Raps on the door. Well, speaking of Bond movies and cars, so I rewatched You Only Live Twice, which is the one where he's in Japan. It has the Toyota 2000 GT in it.
Oh, that's a gorgeous
the
car.
only convertible one because
wow.
Yeah, well, it's the reason it is a convertible is because Sean Connery was a 6'2" or 6'3".
Tall.
Yeah, so they had to cut the roof off so he could get in the damn thing.
Right.
So, I think the cat's here.
Kitty.
Been gone for like a week and a half.
Aw. Yeah, we didn't see Fuzz last time.
You've been gone for a while. Anyway, yeah, so that kind of got me thinking of all the different Bond cars,
Sure.
and it was...
Did you watch Richard Hammond's thing on Bond cars?
Yeah, I did.
It's as Bond turned 50, I think is what it was.
Yeah, it was the Bond 50, yeah, where... so that was also when Skyfall came out.
That was.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we got to see the return of the DB5.
Yes.
Which, that car has brought up so many questions regarding the James Bond timeline.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, so, yeah, in Skyfall, he has the DB5 with the ejector seat and the guns and everything.
Yeah.
But when he gets it in Casino Royale, it's just a bone stock DB5.
Just a normal DB5.
Yeah. We'll figure out where to put it. I mean, I don't know.
Beer.
We can move the monitor. We can put them on the table, on the chair, I mean. Perfect. Yeah. So, be
Yeah,
gentle.
because we kind of need the space for the speaker.
Yes. For later. Yes.
For later guests,
Yes.
rather.
We may potentially be testing the limits of our technology. Hey, Dave, is my bedroom door open?
No, sir.
Good.
Try to keep Fuzz out.
Yeah, I can't have the cat.
that wall.
Can't have the cat getting her fur all over the clothes that I wear.
That's
when I'm
understandable.
hanging out
Or-
with my girlfriend who is allergic to cats.
Also potentially peeing
Adorable.
on beds.
She doesn't pee on beds. She's just...
It was great. I opened the door and Fuzz bolts in. Oh, shit was so cute. Oh, she was just adorable. I love that cat.
Breadsticks?
You smell pineapple pizza.
And then you smell pepperoni pizza.
Word.
Yo,
So my mind is playing tricks on me. That's
your
fine.
mind is playing tricks on
It's
you.
okay,
let me-
Gav. You're
let
just
me
having a
dish out some of
stroke.
these.
Anyway, yeah, we didn't really get too far on our Bond rant, but whatever.
It's all good.
Yep. Don't worry. I will be writing a comparison of all the Bond cars later. So, you're going to deal with it, people. You're going to fucking deal with it.
And that's okay.
I have the Bond collection on Blu-ray. I will go through and watch all of the movies just to write this article.
300 SL Gullwing. Still one of the better Bond cars, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The DB5 is overrated. What?
Ooh.
I mean, at the time, it was awesome. If you look
was
at it
awesome.
today, it's fucking trash.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are so many cars.
I would put an E-Type ahead of that.
Well, you remember in...
Wasn't there a Bond E-Type as well?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
so.
Well, so fun fact, in the books, in the Ian Fleming books, which, if you love the movies, don't read the books. Don't read the books. Ian Fleming was he had a very different view on, but anyway, no, Bond drove a red Bentley in the
really?
books. He was not an Aston Martin guy.
Interesting.
The reason why they got an Aston Martin in the movies is because Aston was the only people that would give them a car for the film.
Yeah.
They went to Ford, and
Yeah.
Ford declined,
Yeah, and that's
Which
why
is
they had
surprising.
which is crazy to think about.
and that's why they also had the Lotus Esprit S1. Yeah.
Which I am a fan of the S1 Esprit.
Yeah.
I'm actually a fan of all Esprits, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Well, and also, guess who bought that movie car? Elon Musk.
Of course he did.
Yeah. He's literally just like a skull-shaped island away from being a Bond villain.
I mean, he's got the money. He's got the stuff.
I mean, you could almost argue that the bad guy in Quantum of Solace is Elon Musk.
I mean, you could get
Almost.
close.
You could get there. You could really get there. Before I leave this whole Bond thing, you need to watch Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace as like one movie. You can't. You just need to.
I've heard that, actually, from more than one person.
It makes much more sense if you do it that way. So, goddamn, Dave, you are just...
This is falling the fuck apart. This slice of pizza has torn itself in half.
It's
I
just,
am not satisfied at all.
there's
Marcos, you dropping your quality game.
there's just a pile on Dave's lap.
Now it's on your floor.
Yeah, whatever. Here, kitty. Oh, shit, here she is.
Hi, kitty.
And we are joined by a cat.
Fuzz, say hi.
Yay.
That was adorable.
Anyway, back on topic, sort of.
Kinda.
Whatever. So, speaking of Elon Musk and being an evil genius, potential savior, whatever, not only did they announce the... Goddamn cat. Not only did they announce the Roadster, they also announced the truck.
Yeah, the semi. The
Yes.
Tesla truck. I don't know. What are they calling this thing?
I don't know. I'm going to go deal with the cat. You
I'll take over.
fill space.
Okay.
Stalling. Anyway, so
Stretch.
so this Tesla truck, actually what happened was they revealed the Roadster at the tail end of the keynote that was for the truck.
They're like, hey, so this truck is super cool, this, that, and the other, all this.
Oh, by the way,
information.
250
By the
mile
way,
an hour.
Yeah.
At 1.9 to 60.
By the way, we made a Roadster.
So about this truck, it's a semi-truck, and this is actually a car that I think is going to change the world in a much greater way than the Roadster will.
Well, I'm not so sure, honestly.
I mean, because this truck has more potential to transport goods, get products to people, whether it's, Apple products, whether it's food, whether
But at
it's...
what expense is the real question.
I mean, expensive at first, but I think that the truck is a bigger step forward, especially if that's their R&D for a second-generation truck and a third-generation truck.
I'll go with that. Now, I know there were a lot of questions as far... Come on, open.
Well, let me just spit out some stats about the truck.
Sure, do it.
So, with an empty payload, 0 to 60... Now, if you haven't heard, and if you're about to hear this now, please make sure you're sitting down. 0 to 60 for a like a big size semi truck, 5 seconds. 0 to 60 miles an hour.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what Porsche 911s were like 10 years ago. Like a base 911 10 years ago was a 5-second car. So while pulling a full payload of 80,000 pounds, which is what really the industry standard is a 20-second 0 to 60, which I don't think for a full-size truck is that bad. We don't know how much it's going to cost, but we do know that it's going to have approximately 500 to 550 miles of range, which is rad.
Which, might I add, is also less than a standard diesel semi.
Where do diesel semis go for? I'm not a truck guy, so I have no idea.
I need to find the actual number, but you got to think also that range, that's from full to completely depleted. How long does it take to recharge back to 100%?
Let me tell you.
Please.
30 minutes.
30 minutes from
Yeah.
empty to full.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 30 minutes.
All right.
That's not bad.
That isn't bad. You're right.
It's It's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than fueling up with diesel.
Maybe. Semis on average right now, diesel semis are about $1.50, $1.55 per mile to run. Now,
Is that both fuel and tires and brakes?
I believe
and
that's just
oil.
fuel. I'm not certain though. But
because to
Tesla's
charge
claiming
cars,
$1.26 a mile.
Yeah,
But that's also if you factor in that it was an almost ludicrously cheap 7 cents per kilowatt hour for the power.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we're saving a quarter per mile, but what are we really gaining? You're going to almost drive 1 million miles before that pays for itself.
And that's quite a bit.
The average shelf life of a fleet truck is 650,000 to 1 million miles. So
Okay.
it could potentially pay for itself by the time it gets traded in on another one.
That's true.
Which
also,
right there doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
this is a first-generation truck.
Of course, yeah. Of course, like everything that's new and cutting edge, it's not going to be the greatest right out the gate.
No.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, I think that this truck might not directly be, world-changing.
It's going to be an interesting novelty to start.
It is.
It's a stepping stone for sure.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
Like
I know a lot of people in the industry have already criticized it based on its expected weight with such amount of battery, that is going to cut into your maximum hauling weight. Now, 80K isn't, under most circumstances, 80K isn't going to be your payload. That's going to be the maximum rig weight. That is payload, truck, and trailer. If the truck itself weighs 30,000 pounds, you can only haul 50,000 pounds worth of goods, which is 30K, or 20K less than your average Kenworth.
Yeah.
20 to 30K less. So there's that. Recharging. We don't know how this fast charge is accomplished because it hasn't been said.
Right.
So
USB 3.0.
somebody forgot about the FireWire cable, didn't they?
God damn it.
Dude, my USB-C keeps, my connections keep on, breaking.
Huh. That's a problem.
I know.
But, so, I mean, there are a few things that a lot of people have already, put under fire that are good questions that we don't have an answer to yet. We don't know if this is just going to be a huge gimmick. I mean, for all we know, it's going to be a company out of Portland that's going to buy a fleet of these things, and they're going to run them, and they're going to find out if it costs a lot, if it doesn't cost a lot.
Walmart,
we don't know.
Stepped up to the plate and bought or placed orders for either 3 or 5.
Okay,
Well.
perfect. So then we'll have some actual real-world data
Sure.
soon.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need in order to actually get over the hump, between convincing or talking ourselves out
And
of
this, and the platform for this truck, I mean, this could be huge and game-changing for people with range anxiety across the board. With cars, even. Potentially.
it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I feel the big benefit of this and the Roadster are going to be, it's like, this is a thing we can do, and then 5-10 years down the road, it's like, yeah, remember that thing that we said we could do 5 or 10 years ago? Yeah, now it's literally everywhere, and you're bored of it.
Yeah.
I'm
looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be
We've
great.
seen that in a lot of technology in the last decade.
Look at this goddamn light bulb we're sitting under.
Is that a fluorescent bulb?
No, it is not.
Okay.
But whatever.
all
There's
good.
fluorescent bulbs around here somewhere. But, yeah, no. 110 years ago, that's blowing your goddamn mind.
Oh, no, we wouldn't be talking about cars.
No, God. But still, it's like
We'd be talking about indoor plumbing and power.
I don't have to go out into the woods to take a shit anymore.
What?
I could do it in the comfort of my own home and not in a chamber pot.
Total side note, there are still parts of America like that.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, the Amish.
No, I mean like normal functioning portions of Southern society or something like that.
yeah, well, so, fun fact, Blockbuster is still a thing in Alaska.
I saw that.
Yeah. It's because streaming's not much of a thing because the infrastructure's not up there, really. So, if you want to watch a movie, you have to go rent it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, was my mom and I were talking about Netflix or whatever, right when it was coming out in 03, 04.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was he overheard our conversation, was like, "Oh yeah, no, this isn't going to be a thing. People don't want to pay for a movie to rent and then wait for it to get to their house days later."
Yeah.
It's like, lol.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have streaming.
Exactly. Those mail.
That is true.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, the long roundabout way is it's like everybody has said, like you guys have said, it is Gen 1.
Mm-hmm.
It is simply exploring the idea in an actual environment. I don't think it's going to be as efficient as current modes of transportation.
Oh, Lord, no. It's going to be...
I'll probably be proven wrong in the next 5 to 10 years, and I hope I am. Because the trucking industry has been, for the most part, the same for the last 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
So,
The meth's gotten better.
yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I'll just take your word for it.
Thank you, Breaking Bad.
Mr. White.
Anyway.
Mr. White drove a Volvo.
That he did.
Mr. White drove an Aztec.
Yeah, but nobody cared about the Pontiac Aztec.
Well, whatever. Real quick, we do have a letter in the mailbag.
Hey, yeah, and we also did ask some stuff.
We did ask a question, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to jump to the other thing.
Perfect.
The other stuff that's on the agenda, and then hopefully we're going to have a mystery guest call in.
Mystery guest, woo!
A big, cuddly mystery guest.
Woohoo!
Anyway, to the letter. It is from friend of the program, Brandon Kuhn.
Oh, hey, Mr. Brandon.
On the matter of a vintage livery, I have to cast a vote for the old NASCAR Hawaiian Tropic livery on something big and heavy, maybe a Taurus.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So if you haven't seen the Hawaiian Tropic livery,
She's gorgeous.
It's just big and aggressive. I love it.
Good hell. I would love me a G-body with the Hawaiian Tropic plastered across it.
Like it takes all the magic of the Hawaiian Tropic Porsche 935s and just throws it away for something super basic.
And I'm very okay with this.
Yes. So, on to the social media questions. So, on Facebook and Instagram, I posed the question, what car, with Black Friday coming up, what's the one new car that you'd wait in line and potentially throw some elbows for if it had a crazy discount? Like a Black Friday discount, like 80% off. But, you got a bare knuckle box, some crazy-ass mother of 7 who's using 3 of her kids as, a nunchuck.
Well,
I have ideas.
To preface this, just like the technology that we're fighting over on Black Friday, that is basically, rebadged garbage. I mean, you got to think, the stuff they're giving away for 80% off is not the same thing you're paying retail for. The TV sucks.
Yeah,
compared to the same TV otherwise sold for 4 times the price.
Exactly. It's got the same model number, except the one that you're getting on Black Friday for $27 has an N at the end. And that N means it only has like one HDMI port, and it's not a 4K TV. And all this
exactly.
But it looks exactly the same as the one, has the same serial number without the N on the end.
Exactly. Now, are we getting that? So it's the thing is, it's like, oh, if I want the brand new Challenger, I'm going to go get me a Challenger SRT, and I end up grabbing the V6.
Nope, you're getting whatever the hell it is that's actually in your head.
Okay, all right, good deal.
Yep.
Just
so
wanted to clarify.
I threw out there because I'm on the Honda bandwagon real hard. I threw out I would wait in line and potentially fight people for a Civic Type R.
A new R? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah. I don't give a shit what some of you said on Facebook.
I mean, I'm not the greatest fan of the car. I could see...
I'm not.
I could see its, Boy Racer heritage, and I could see the appeal. I don't
see
think...
the hype.
I mean, for a few $1,000s more, we could just go get a Focus RS. But
yeah,
that's just me.
No, I'm the exact same way.
I appreciate what Honda's doing with that car. And I think that would be an awesome car to drive. But, yeah. So, anywho, what do you got?
I mean... GT350,
of course.
R,
of course.
I would throw down for that. I would also throw down for a GT3.
Okay,
that'd be an incredible car.
Okay.
I mean, I have a long list of things I would physically fight people for. So
I mean, yeah, so do I.
The RS7. I mean, a lot of cars I've been very fortunate enough to drive this year.
Now, unfortunately, I know that the line for this one in particular that I'm thinking of is going to be pretty short and rather exclusive, so I'm probably not going to be throwing any elbows.
Well, like
do tell.
Suits.
C7ZR1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a car.
Yeah.
That's a car I would hit members of my own family repeatedly for.
I probably would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably would too.
I would ruin people.
So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
If we're talking something a little bit more plebeian, I'd probably go for like a, even though they're not offering it anymore, so this is kind of a gray area, asterisk.
Sure.
The Chevy SS.
Yeah.
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 I mean, this year was the last year for that car.
Yep.
Yeah, they made the last one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they had some unsold stock and they were Black Friday selling the shit out of the last handful of them, oh yeah, you bet your ass, I would steal a Yukon and plow through the freaking crowd of people standing in line.
No, it's a Challenger. You have to do it in a Challenger.
Well, if I'm going to do it,
Charlottesville.
But I mean, if I'm going to,
ooh. Except he's not doing this for evil ends.
No, I'm doing this just because I want a goddamn car. No,
Is it too soon? It hasn't been long enough. Okay.
I mean, if I'm gonna mow down if I'm going to mow down the crowd, I'm going to do it in your GT350, Gavin. All right?
Damn.
That's fair. That's
Okay.
completely fair. And
Okay.
I deserve
All
that.
right. I mean, let's be real. I'd probably buy an EcoBoost just to do it with the base model.
Attaboy.
But anywho, so yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And they did not cut this pepperoni all the way through. It is going to
It is
tear
going
like
to be
ass.
Marco's blowing it.
Guys, is this the sponsorship we deserve? That's
You know
okay. That's okay. That's
Sometimes
all right.
you have off days. Anyway,
I didn't catch the guy's name who delivered it, but he was a super nice dude.
It was like Taylor or something.
Cool.
Anyway, so that one's looking real greasy already.
It is.
Yeah.
I need 2 hands for this.
Yeah. So jumping over to what we had on the old facey space there. Luke says he's got 2 on here. Hector stood in line for 3 spoon engines, T4 turbos, and Motec system exhausts.
Oh, shit, son.
Then he said, as far as new car goes, I would throw some elbows down for the new Tesla Roadster.
Okay.
Yeah. Brandon Kuhn. Responsibly would get wild for an F-350 with the 6.7 power stroke, 4 doors and a long bed. Irresponsible me wants to flog the hell out of a Kia Stinger with the twin-turbo V6.
I'm all right with both choices.
Yeah.
Good call, Brandon.
Yes. Dan the Man Chilinsky.
Hey, Dan.
The only modern cars that get me going right now are Volvos, especially the V90 and the S90. I would punch a kid in the face for one.
As a father of 2,
Strong.
As a father of newborn twins.
That is a strong response, and that is exactly what we're looking for, people.
I mean, to be fair, though, Dan, I would punch toddlers in the face for a Volvo 850. I mean, you don't even have to get my jollies all up for the new 90s and whatnot. So
sure.
Damn, son.
I'd kick a kid for a 20-year-old Volvo. I don't give a shit.
So, Jesus.
Hunt.
Suck it. So, let's see. Friend of the program, Alex Crane.
Hey, Alex.
He shares in
CAMcast superfan Alex.
He shares in your want of a GT350R.
But of course, I mean, that's the next step.
GT350R would be worth a night in jail. I wonder if they'd allow me to have a pen to fill out the finance paperwork. Just a friendly reminder, the finance manager at your local Ford dealership cannot act as your legal counsel.
He did it so he could buy my car.
Go with the public defender. At least they have a law degree. And then
I mean, supposedly. Allegedly.
yeah,
Allegedly.
No, the public defenders actually do have to have law degrees. So, they have to have passed the bar and all that shit. So,
Imagine being such a shitty lawyer that you ended up as a public defender.
no, actually, a lot of dudes from, like, high-priced law firms, they just have to do it. Like, it's a condition of passing the bar.
Oh, really?
Like, you have to take a turn at it.
Owned.
You have to pay your dues.
Exactly. So, and also that's a way to get, some fame.
Sure.
But anyway, let's see. Friend of the program, Austin Fenn, says...
All right,
Hey,
people.
This is a
buckle
banger
up.
right here.
This is-
I like this.
Oh, God.
I like it. He's wrong, but I like it. 2018 Camry V6. Not going to wait in line for that, but whatever. Only a half second slower than the Type R, a.k.a. probably faster because 8-speed auto versus your slow shifting ass.
Well,
Granted.
He's got a point.
He's not wrong. Better miles per gallon, more room, 1,000 times better looking.
Debatable.
Highly debatable. And don't argue about handling front-wheel drive is gay. I don't care the car. Okay. I mean, I can't argue on the better miles per gallon. I don't care about room if I'm getting a Civic Type R. I'm getting a Civic Type R. I stopped caring about room long ago.
if you're buying a Civic Type R, it's because you want a Civic Type R.
Yeah. So, there's that.
Because you said no to, rationality and didn't want to buy an STI or Focus RS
I don't want to deal with
or a
potentially...
Golf R.
I don't want to deal with potentially munching my head gaskets in a Focus RS.
Hey! Hey now.
I still would.
High boost, high compression, open deck. Let's do this. Head gaskets are failing. Why?
Subaru's been doing it for years, but no. Oh shit! Wait.
No comment.
Yeah. Better looking, 1,000 times better looking. I mean,
Nah.
The new Camry is the best looking Camry in a damn long time. I wouldn't say it's better looking than the Type R.
I mean, it's one of the better looking Toyotas. I'll even give him that.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the.
They're not really handsome cars right now, are they? Like Toyota in general.
No, they're
really like
You've gotta
You've
think-
seen the new Tacoma, right?
Ever since they came out with the FJ Cruiser in Porta Potty Blue, I cannot take Toyota seriously. The new okay, the new Tacoma I think looks great for what it is.
I like
when
it like
it's
that desert sandy
yeah,
sort of.
when it's up in the air, a little bit over stock on some wider wheels and tires.
Sure, knobby tires and
But stock offering off the showroom floor,
no, thank you.
I am not that much of a fan.
Yeah.
There isn't a Toyota where I would be
Now-
okay with buying new off the showroom floor right now.
I mean,
The shortest Tundra you can get, like the regular cab short-ish bed. I don't
Yeah.
know what size it actually is. It might even be an 8-foot
But
bed.
like base,
I don't
base,
know.
base.
But like, well, no,
Basic.
just the smallest one.
Okay.
With all the options. That's
Okay.
a pretty cool looking truck. I'm not going to lie. For a Toyota.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was going to get a truck like that based solely on looks, I'd go get a Dodge or a Chevy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Or an F-150 Raptor if I'm going to go
Yeah.
based on
Yeah.
looks.
Based on looks, for sure.
yeah.
So I'll give him that the new Camry actually is a pleasant-looking car for what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that.
Well, going
Even
down.
funnier if it was in beige.
Yeah, that was what Dave commented. But is it beige? Austin said, all the better if it is, then you can feel that much worse when your quote-unquote sports car just got pulled on by my mom's Camry. Okay. How do we feel about the Honda S2000?
I love them.
I quite enjoy them.
They're very
AP1
fun.
and
They're
AP2.
very,
I've-
very
I've-
engaging. They're not fast, but they're engaging.
Yeah, no. That
Well,
thing will
they
get
follow
fucking
the
doors
same-
blown off by a minivan.
Sure.
Like a
But
two...
minivan is dreadful. You know, just this close to just opening some veins in a bathtub.
Yeah, like... so don't tell me that, like...
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, like... Don't worry, there are a lot of fun-ass sports cars that'll get their doors blown off
Sure.
by just a mundane people carrier.
Okay, if you want to talk about, or like slow sports cars, look at, the old 308s. My Outback could blow the doors off a 308.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very true. I think my Outback would blow the doors off of the 308.
You might
Mine's
be
not even
closer. You might be
boosted.
closer. You might be closer.
Yeah.
I
think we
would
had the
walk
same
away.
horsepower.
Yeah. I'm at 250 crank, boy.
No, I'm saying
Oh, you
my
and the
car
Ferrari.
versus a 308.
Yeah.
I mean, my 2.5 is rated at 165 to the crank. I honestly don't know what a 308 makes.
That was supposed to be above 200. I think.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
But yeah, I mean, Fiesta STs could, walk away from that kind of car. So like,
I mean, you've got to think the cars that we are into, that we enjoy, cars that we can afford, will get shit on a daily basis by a minivan.
But
we
that's not
get
why
this.
you want 'em,
We get
though.
this. That's exactly the thing. I think Austin's a little biased in his suggestion because he wants the world to drive Scion XBs.
He wanted me to get a Scion XB.
I mean, he's just that kind of just weird.
He's weird and out there.
Like,
we
yeah.
love him. We
I
love you,
love
Austin.
Austin and the fact that he's weird and out there.
Yeah.
I really do.
However,
However, you
The
just
entire-
there's a line in the sand that you do not cross.
Over the line!
I mean,
Mark it a 0, Smokey. Mark it a 0.
Oh, great movie.
I don't
the
roll
Big
in.
Lebowski.
I don't roll in Shomer Shabbos.
yeah, man, love you, but you're just wrong on that one.
Am I the only one who gets the fuck about the rules?
Well, then let's see. I threw this on my on my personal Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
Dave Kazarian, hopefully our big cuddly correspondent from Twilla.
It gets out in like 45 minutes, doesn't it?
I have no idea
Or
how
at
long.
8:30 maybe.
I don't know. So we'll see what's going on.
We'll
If all those
see.
fails, I'll talk to him. Yeah. So for those, okay. So you're going to be listening to this on Thanksgiving because I'm still going to release this on Thursday. Fuck you. I have a pattern. God damn it. I'm sticking to it.
Preach.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to ignore your family or torture them with this podcast. I don't care. Get down.
I like this.
Bring them into the fold.
I like the latter option.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yes.
Weird uncle's going off on some weird, questionable rant about something he heard on Facebook.
I bet Uncle
Fox
Floyd
News.
would love exactly how random we are.
God.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Everybody's got an Uncle Floyd.
Everybody's got that crazy uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Anyway. Yeah, so as we're recording this, there's a meeting happening in Tooele, which we're going to expound upon after I finish reading these next few random-ass Facebook comments. There's only 4 of them. So, but yeah, we're going to expand on that later, and you will kind of understand why we're trying to have Dave Kazarian call us.
Yes.
Yes. So, but anyway, back to Facebook. Yeah, Dave said he would stand in line and potentially fight somebody for a Carrera GTS with the fun pedal.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much any P car, really, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I'd deck a kid for a Panamera GTS. I don't even give a shit.
I mean, I'll slap a bitch for a Cayenne. I don't give a fuck.
Do it.
The new ones are fast as fuck.
And they're good looking.
Yeah. We were having a discussion on this Facebook group earlier today about ugly cars and attractive cars. And I still think that, like, the first generation Cayenne was one of the better looking Cayennes.
I agree.
It really was.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought they really screwed the pooch on like the second and third gens, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, you're in a room with people who agree with you
Yeah.
for
Oh,
once.
Yeah.
So
What I think, what I think was like the first gen is the best looking one. The second gen, not so much. The third gen, better than the second gen. It follows
Yes.
the classic movie trilogy thing.
I was
First-
just about
yeah.
to say
The first
they
one,
followed the same pattern as Dumb and Dumber.
yeah, first one the best. Second one, not that great. Third one,
Not as bad.
exactly
Better, but not best.
Kind of like The Hangover a little bit.
Yeah. However, the original Star Wars trilogy does not follow this.
No.
Empire is the best. Fight me.
Slap the flavor out your mouth. Doc Taste coming to put some Yoda flavor.
In your mouth.
Damn.
Damn fucking straight. Anyway,
That was weird.
So, Joey Harrington, G-Type, video game correspondent.
Joey,
Okay.
I miss your hair.
We all miss Joey. But his default has always been a Verosa.
Oh, the JZX 110 Verasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Toyota sedan.
Yeah, big Toyota sedan with the weird schnoz.
Hold on.
It's-
I'll pull up a picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was it badged as a Lexus?
No, we never got it. This is a Japan and Europe deal.
Yeah.
I actually think it may even be Japan only.
it is
but-
Japan only.
Okay.
Because I've never seen it anywhere else.
But, yeah, JZX 110 Verasa. It's a car with an interesting nose that I quite enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
I like it.
it's an acquired taste, much
Yeah.
like sushi, bowling,
Scotch.
shameless plug, Cuddy Sark.
Cuddy Sark.
Hey.
Shout out to Prohibition in Murray, Utah. Cuddy Sark. They have it on the menu.
Do they
Don't
really?
have to ask for it. Yeah.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to go and get that.
It's an interesting evening.
Total side note, All Fantasy Everything. You guys are fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
that's a new podcast that Yama's got me on.
Yeah. Shout out to Emmy-nominated Ian Carmel.
And Sean Cougar Mellon Jordan.
Yep. And David Bory, the Gizzlant.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
No, I am so glad we listened to all those podcasts on the drive down and back from Vegas for SEMA.
That was good stuff.
That was glorious.
That was good stuff. So, anyway, let's see. We've got two more. Jamal Taylor says, I'm a fight to the death for an R390. Damn right, Jamal.
Well, I mean, there's...
Two? There are two.
Yeah, I mean, there's a road car and a race car, right?
There are two road cars.
Two road cars.
And Nissan owns both of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to have to fight someone to the death
You're
for that.
Fight your way.
I was going to say, you're going to have to fight the father of the Z car, but
Do the Afros.
He gone.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
Fight your way through Nissan, man. There you go.
Rip.
Oh, man, that's cool.
And then Jeffrey Eldridge, longtime
Yeah, he's an OG in our circle.
dude. Yeah. We go way back with Mr. Eldridge, the man in black.
The man, the myth, the pseudo-robot.
Wears a tie every goddamn day.
It doesn't matter what occasion it is. He's dressed for the occasion.
Like a
Because he's
champion.
Indeed.
Because he is a goddamn adult. Anyway.
He's adulting far more properly than anybody I know.
Oh,
yeah.
Ourselves included.
Yep. So he threw this out there. Do I have to win? I'll grab a few to the gut for $30,000 off a car. Just saying.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But I mean, I think that might be a separate question. Like, will you just take an ass kicking to get a discount? Not
From
Yeah.
who?
exactly.
I would take an ass kicking from fucking John Cena for...
Mailbag at camautomag.com. Let's go ahead and just shovel that in for next week because I'm interested. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely interested.
Yeah.
Who would you guys let beat your ass for an extreme discount on a new vehicle?
Yeah.
I mean, you want John Cena, so I mean, obviously you don't want to see it coming. Oh God! Damn it!
Oh man, we need to
It has to happen once a week. We make awful dad jokes, and you're the,
I do
you're,
it for Dad.
You're the chosen one
I
this
do
week.
it for Dad.
The
Pizza
chosenest
Dad.
of all the chosen.
Brady Christiansen, Heart
Yup.
Big Daddy.
Yup.
Oh,
Man.
that was
That was awful.
That was terrible. Does somebody want to hand me a pen?
Can someone hand me a
Where the hell
knife?
is the pen at?
Gavin's sitting next to my desk, so I mean, there's bound to be something. No, don't do that.
Goodness.
So,
That was terrible.
so back to the thing that I was teasing.
Yes.
So we have some news about Utah Motorsports Campus.
Now, I've been jazzed up all afternoon about this.
Well, there are two articles, I guess, that I'm interested in.
I've been jazzed up about all of it.
Yeah,
The fact that UMC is coming into the limelight in the news for more than one thing at this point. I mean, just the fact they're coming into the news is great.
Yeah.
In a positive manner.
In multiple positive manners.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked about this. Something that, before we blow up the big news, I'm just super excited to hear that they're thinking about bringing back the Wintercross.
That's what I'm really excited. I've never done Wintercross.
Neither. I was invited to a few, but then it was like,
Can't be bothered.
No, whatever
Look,
car I was driving decided to fail me that morning.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to a Wintercross, and I've only been to one Wide Open Wednesday event.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it was way back when I had an RT four-wheel drive Civic wagon that Jan remembers. And actually, Joey, our lovable G-Type, even had his EK sedan out there.
Yeah. So,
And it's been that long since I have been on the surface of the track. I haven't driven a car since then.
Yeah, and what Wintercross... I mean, there have been a lot of your favorite NASA Utah people started off doing Wintercross.
Greg Valdez did Wintercross.
Yeah. Again, friend of the program, Sally McNulty.
Right.
She did it. I believe Sean Murphy did it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people started doing Wintercross and then graduated to lap battle. And what Wintercross is, they go out on the track, regardless of if it's just cold or if there's snow on there, whatever. They put out cone gates, and they send you out on timed laps. So it's like a wide open Wednesday plus snow, also plus time. So, yeah, there's a little bit of competition there. It's pretty fun, And I remember back in the day when Aaron Biggie Brown had a bit more of a hand in this. So the track has the full track, the outer loop, then the east and the west. He devised something called the inner loop, which is arguably the most dangerous thing you could possibly do.
Well, I mean, you're basically merging at a whole bunch of almost right angles trying to get between courses here.
Yeah, you're doing that, and then you're pointing car at places where the runoff is not meant for the car to be going that way. Yeah, so
Armco's pointing in the wrong direction at that point.
Yeah. Fun fact: the reason why you're probably never going to see people race, the opposite way at UMC is the Armco is actually layered in such a way so when somebody hits it, the car doesn't dig into the Armco and start shearing the Armco off and into the car.
Right.
Yep. So it is layered in such a way that, you'll just hit the Armco and then bend the Armco and then bounce or whatever. So, yeah, there are a few places. I know Formula D goes to a couple places where, I think in New Jersey, they have to relay the Armco for Formula Drift.
Right.
Yeah. So they can go clockwise.
Right.
Instead of
And this
counterclockwise.
is a reason why a lot of racetracks aren't run multi-directionally.
Yeah. So that
This is why you'll probably never see Miller run backwards.
Yeah, you will never
Or
see
UMC, excuse me.
You'll never see it run backwards. But so Wintercross potentially is coming back. They're gauging interest, it looks like. So that is I hope it really does, because we will go out there, we will cover some events. We will potentially drive in some events.
I'm hoping to.
I would drive my car on snow.
I would whatever I get to replace the GTI, but if we got to kill time for Dave, I've got stories about this sales process. But whatever I replace the GTI with, I would love to take it out there and whip some laps. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hilarious to do in a daily driver. Honestly.
God. Well, I remember,
and to be fair, it even gets you a little bit more acclimated to said daily driver, to where you are arguably more prepared for inclement weather conditions.
yeah, because you know what it's going to do when it breaks loose or
Exactly, and
Or
it's in a
opposite.
controlled environment.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a perfect way to do it without getting a ticket for doing donuts in the church.
Yep.
Or sending it off a cliff.
Or sending it off a cliff.
Or having a train of 4 cars and the lead car being on 60 series tires and hitting curbs in an office parking lot. You remember that evening, Dave?
I do remember that evening. Why do you think I bought an Outback wagon? We're going to relive it this winter, stud.
Good.
Yeah.
Who are we going to throw into a snowbank, though?
Jamie. Manimal.
Manimal, we need you to come back.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
We'll dig up the video and show Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
But,
it was the old school Stancewood Does movie.
Oh, yeah.
I might have seen this, actually.
We might have seen it.
This is one of our side projects that didn't exactly work the way we originally anticipated.
No,
but it was
really
still
didn't.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
It was also back when I owned a 240SX.
Yes.
So if
Yeah,
that gives you an idea of how
I've seen
long it
this,
is.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Viper in the snow and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, fun fact, those first-gen Vipers, they had the same hubs as a Dakota. So...
Actually, all generation Vipers have the same bolt pattern as
good.
a Dakota.
Good. So if you're feeling spry and adventurous, go ahead and find yourself some Dakota wheels.
You go buy
Throw some snow tires
buy
on
yourself some Les Schwab Dakota
God.
17 by 9.5s. You throw some Blizzaks on the bitch, and you get things done.
You get
Yes.
rowdy.
Yes.
So, let's see. Transitioning from that. So, big news on the potential sales front. So that meeting that is happening right now is to formally announce and discuss that Andrew Cartwright and Centerpoint Management and Tooele County have entered an agreement where Andrew Cartwright and Centerpoint Management are going to drop their lawsuits against the county and allow the sale of the property known as Utah Motorsports Campus or Miller Motorsports Park. I don't know what the county is calling it. They're going to allow that sale to go forward.
Now, as far as that goes, we're all pretty much under the assumption that My Time is still buying it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I mean, as far as I know, because from what I have heard from reliable sources is that Andrew Cartwright's lawyers keep asking to get dismissed because Andrew Cartwright and Centerpoint Management are not paying them. So those attorneys are not going to be working on the Trump thing where they do a lot of work and then have to sue the person they did the work for to get paid.
Right.
You know? So they would like to get paid, before this giant thing moves forward.
Right.
And apparently they're not doing that. They have reached an impasse and nobody's getting paid, so they keep asking to get, released from the case.
How petty can you be?
I mean, you could be very petty. I will tell you exactly how petty a human being could be.
It's like,
On
Once we're
one
done
front,
here.
though, I'm curious if this was to delay something important, if this was to try and push off something from happening,
Well,
or if this was to try and mask some other type of dealing.
potentially.
So one of the things that could have happened, oh, Jesus Christ. So we might not be hearing from Dave.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
So, from Dave, goddamn iOS 11 wants to update some more. Sweet, thanks. Appreciate it. So, from Dave, they're only on item 7 at the meeting. It's currently 8:29 p.m. They're only on item 7 from the agenda. The track isn't till 13. There's nothing but comment period on taxes and budget between items 7 and 13. So,
Fuck.
yeah.
Okay, well, perhaps we can still have him call in shortly. We get it recorded, and then we just paste it to the end of this podcast, if that's at all possible.
I'm thinking, also, fun announcement, I'm going to be taking our podcast gear here, facing ridicule from one Jose Mendez. Shout out to Jose.
Good old Jose. I can't understand a word he says.
French-Mexican, love him. No,
Portuguese.
yeah, literally the only Portuguese person I have ever met in my life. Anyway.
I mean, that's valid. I could say the same thing.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm taking the mixer, the mics, the laptop, going to the NASA banquet on the 9th, and I'm going to be recording some stories from people there.
Beautiful.
Woot.
Yeah, so I figure, we can talk to Matt and Dave, and some of the bigger movers and shakers about this, and hopefully some more news will pop up.
Sure.
I mean, we're going to be reporting on this, the more we hear, the more you're going to see it actually up on camautomag.com, because this is a thing that affects us all. Also, fuck the dude who's from Connecticut. There was some comment thread that I was reading that UMC, or somebody posted something about this, and there's this big giant comment thread, and some dude from Connecticut had the balls to come and be like, yeah, all the great sports car racing left that track because nobody would show up. The people don't deserve that track. And it's, Well, it's like, dude, we still have.
Fuck you.
Yeah, if it were
First of all, sir, you cannot properly pronounce the name of the state you live in. I bet.
yeah,
Probably.
yeah. 2, if it were up to me, I would ban you from every goddamn track in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So help me God. If I ever
Indeed.
find you, glass bottle enthusiast, who the fuck you are. God. But yeah, so no shout out to that dude.
Yeah.
Enemy
fuck
of the
that guy.
podcast.
Enemy of the podcast.
Hashtag shade.
Fuck him running.
What's his name?
Indeed.
I gotta look it up, but I don't really want to. I responded to it, and I'm just like, well, World Challenge is still here, and people keep coming to that every year, so...
Yeah.
You know.
That does pretty well.
So, I mean, if you're gonna troll, respond, bitch.
You know,
Yeah.
at one time this was regarded as the greatest track in North America.
Yeah.
It's going to come back to that. Believe you me. Mark these words.
Yeah, I mean, it's got... What My Time wants to do is amazing, and I think it would elevate this...
Well,
track.
and
With
my-
adding the
Yeah.
dirt tracks and the drag strips and all that.
And the
madness.
ovals and such.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's be fair. My Time is already doing this in other parts of the world with other tracks.
Yeah.
And have we seen success from those tracks?
I mean,
I think...
so far.
Yeah,
from
I
what
think they
understand.
just opened their first, sister track in China, and it looks pretty fucking rockin'.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, my Time and Geely started this whole deal because there aren't tracks in China.
yeah.
So what they wanted to do is they want to purchase and run these tracks all across the rest of the world to gain this experience. They want to make sure that they're doing this correctly. Then on top of that, they are not only are they bringing that experience back to their homeland, but they're also running these things for everybody else. And then when you have such a conglomeration of tracks being run by the same people, you tend to get these bigger venues, or you tend to get these bigger races
Yeah.
at these different venues. So let's say NASCAR wants to start doing road races again.
Yeah.
We've got a few of those.
Or if NASCAR wants to do roundy rounds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's going to be all of these venues that all of these huge events can now tackle, and now they only have to deal with one particular company.
Right.
So, I mean, and, you know, some people are kind of on the fence about that, saying, you know, they don't want a monopoly or of some kind like this to somebody they don't trust, and I understand that.
Yeah. I understand why people are apprehensive about having a Chinese company come in here and run this thing that is in their own backyard. Really, I do. You know, believe me, I get it. But here's the thing. What they're wanting to do is, so My Time's original plan was they wanted to have a dirt track, an oval track.
Right.
They wanted to revamp the road course because it is in need of some upgrades. You know,
Right.
it could really benefit from a repaving. You know, there are some weird bumps developing. You know, so it could definitely use a repave, just a refresh, get rid of the motocross track. Yeah. I'm a little bummed it's going to displace the family of foxes that's living in there. Let's find a good home for the foxes. Yeah. But anyway, I mean,
Think of the foxes.
Exactly. But I mean, they also want to have manufacturing out there. They want to manufacture cars for export to China. They want to build sprint cars and dirt track car, all these things to send over to China, because that's, at least at the time before this whole, when this whole shit show started, that was the big thing.
Right. They want every one of their locations to be the hub of everything motorsport.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and
They want all of it.
yeah, well, and they want the dirt track cars, sprint cars, all that stuff to be built in America, because guess what we know how to do. So
We know how to turn left, goddammit, and we know how to do it in style.
and we also know how to pump out shit real quick. So,
Indeed.
Yeah, so
America wasn't built by somebody else.
we
I mean, it's
well we anyway, no, so what would be happening is, friends and neighbors and people and see, they would be working out there, they would be putting together these things,
I mean, let's be honest. They are also going to be trucking a whole bunch of people out here to do this, but there is going to be rotating employment here. There's going to be a lot of people that are there
Well,
to learn it, and
gonna
then they're
keep-
going to go elsewhere.
the track is keeping their management,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like John Gardner isn't going anywhere. Dixon Hunt isn't going anywhere.
I highly doubt anybody that's currently in place is going to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
So, for better or for
I mean,
worse.
it's currently working. They're currently leasing the place, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
already under their management. They
Yeah.
just don't own the dirt yet.
No, they
Right.
don't. So,
And the sooner it gets out from Tooele's hands, the happier Tooele will be.
so
And the
This is
happier
true.
My Time will be. The sooner than that they can actually
It's
pull
good for
off these
everyone.
dreams of grandeur.
yeah.
except for Cartwright.
Well,
Well,
Fuck
but I
that
think,
guy.
but I think Cartwright has finally come to the terms that
I am really hoping he is just, pulling anchor on this and realizing it's not working.
it's not a fight he wanted to fight.
It's not it's just not gone the way he wanted because I mean, it's it's one of those you can go ahead and fight whatever fight you want to. That's really great. We love an underdog story. However, a multinational, multi-billion-dollar company, if they really want something, you might be a big fish in your little pond. They'll go ahead and drain that pond and watch you flop around.
If I'm not mistaken, My Time is owned by Geely Holdings, which I'm not sure if some of you listeners are familiar. Geely Holdings owns Volvo.
Yes, they do.
So
Yeah.
they ain't messing around, boys.
They got
No, they're a pretty big company.
yeah. So
And it's China. Let's just boil it down and be very simple. It's China. China has money.
Yep.
We owe China a lot of money.
yeah,
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter if they had to pay for it or not. We're probably going to give it to them.
yeah.
it's just going to end up. I mean, this thing did hit a snag with all those lawsuits because at one point the Chinese yuan dropped to a point where it was this is not a great move for My Time to be making. However, it has since recovered.
Indeed.
So
It was cheaper for them to wait than it was to
Well-
sue their pants off.
Oh my God, yeah.
well, actually, it was just one of those the fact that he kept drawing these lawsuits out really backfired on him.
It really did.
Yeah, it was you're playing the long con, and then suddenly,
It catches up to you.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, trying to wait somebody out, and then it doesn't work. So, what I'm hoping happens is, there are plenty of other places if he really wants to do racetrack things. There are plenty of other places he can buy into. He could build his own.
But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Cartwright wanted anything to do with the racetrack itself.
No, he wanted
the
real estate.
property.
Yeah, he wanted the
wanted
real
real
estate.
estate.
Yeah. So, the rumors were anything from it was going to become a private motorsports, thing like Thermal Club and Spring Valley, all
Yeah.
those things,
Right.
to he was just going to let this place rot.
Until the
Yeah.
property value went to the shitter, then bulldoze everything and build condos.
Exactly. Or just, immediately bulldoze everything and then just oh, by the way, I'm sitting on 500 acres and I have water rights to everything there. So,
Yeah. Condos.
exactly.
Or whatever.
There's already infrastructure run in there, sewer, water,
Mm-hmm.
electrical, everything's run there. So a lot of the hard work's done for him. But so hopefully, this sale will go forward in a nice, smooth, orderly fashion where I'm not standing on my porch one afternoon when I get the news that the sale has failed and another lawsuit is. Hopefully I won't be screaming into the sky, asking why, God? Why me? Why today? Why? What have I done to anger you, O Lord?
Why has my life gone so wrong?
So, yeah. So, anyway, we will have more on this story as it develops.
Indeed.
We'll keep you all posted.
At CamAutomag on all the social medias.
Yep, you know how to get a
Yep.
hold of us.
Indeed.
So, yeah. So we're not going to be hearing from Dave tonight, unfortunately. But
That's
bad.
okay.
yeah, that's fine. That's how these things go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we've covered all of our stuff.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
If you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to, drop them on our Facebook or mailbag at camautomag.com. We do like to hear what other enthusiasts from the local area think.
Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on these things. Yeah,
Because
let us.
we could bark in the dark about our own thoughts until we're blue in the face, but we also like to talk about your shenanigans.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, and If you like this episode, let us know on social media. If you didn't, let us know why you didn't like it.
We can take your shit.
We're willing to take constructive criticism, but, if you're just going to tell us that we suck and not have anything
Well, yeah.
beyond that,
Have your words mean something.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Have some weight behind them. And,
Yes.
Hit it with your purse.
There we go. So, yeah, and, I'm going to keep sitting around, figuring out how to get rid of this GTI.
Best of luck to you.
Seriously, I had a guy who's supposed to come look at it on Friday. He could not get a ride. That was his excuse. My friend is busy moving apartments. I can't get a ride. Can I look at it on Monday?
Get a fucking Uber.
So I said, you know what? Whatever. That's fine. It's happened before. Happens. So I said, fine. Monday, 5 o'clock. That gives us plenty of time, if he likes the car, for us to go to my bank. Him to give me a check for hopefully my asking price.
Right.
Every penny of it. And then, I go into my bank and I say, I would like to pay off my car loan. Let's write up this fella a bill of sale. And then I'll go out into the parking lot and take off my license plates because I don't need him doing scumbag shit with my plates on the car.
Nope.
Fuck that noise. Always take off your plates when you sell a car, kids. Because those are still your plates until they re-register the car.
Right.
Yep. Anyway, so that happened. Saturday, supposed to have 3 people come look at the car. Only 2 people did. One was a father, daughter, and I'm assuming mother combo. Mother never got out of the car. Father was very excited.
Okay.
Daughter, teenage girl, not super interested in the GTI.
I mean,
at
general
all.
teenage girl. Was the car for her or for him?
I'm assuming it was for her because
Okay.
she was the one who drove it around the parking lot and everything.
How'd she do?
I mean, she drove the damn thing.
Word.
Yeah, so shout out to her. And then earlier in the day, had a guy named Michael, bald guy, looks like Scott Van Pelt for anybody who watches Sports Center. He's wearing maroon sweatpants, got out of a newer Power Stroke.
Okay.
So he was just super excited to be driving the damn car around, because he wants something with a manual. So
Okay.
yeah, so awesome. Whatever. So I'm like, I still got somebody coming to look at the car on Monday. I still said, this dude come take a look at it and all that stuff. So yeah. Monday rolls around. Text a dude. Hey man, you got to come look at the car? Nothing. Yeah, we still on for you to look at the car? Nothing.
Radio silence.
Yeah, dude never gets back to me. So instantly, dude from Friday, who I waited for until Monday, bails on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, so text Michael, the other dude, bald guy, maroon sweatpants. He, let him know it's his if he wants it. And he hits me up and he's like, yeah, so, my wife and I are waiting to hear on a bid to do one of our bathrooms. So she's got a freaking out, can't pull the trigger on it. If you have to sell the car, sell it. Like, okay.
I'm working on it.
Trying to. So, and at this point, I'm just willing to go over to, CarMax, get an offer from them, and then take that written offer and go to low book sales, because low book sales will beat anybody's price by $250.
There you go.
Yep. So, get that off my hands, and then I'm looking at Honda products, specifically anything from the $5,000 to $7,000 range, because your boy's finances ain't quite in order.
Right.
So, I need something that, I could put regular gas in.
Yep.
At this point in my life, that's really all I'm
Something
needing.
you can use a 10mm wrench on,
Yeah, something I don't need to rent specialty tools from to do very simple, basic tasks.
such as changing oil.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did have to use a couple of special equipments the last time I changed the oil on Mike's car.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, hopefully by the time you hear this, the car will be out of my life, and I will be living that sweet, sweet Honda life, be it a Honda Fit with a 5-speed manual, or one of the many, many TSXs that seem to be in my price range.
But you are looking for cars with man pedals? Is that like a...
No, it's not a requirement, but with a Fit, you kind of need it.
Oh, for sure the Fit, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm looking at TSXs, I'm looking at 4-cylinder Accords, because I don't need those V6 problems in my life.
Nope.
Don't need any of those issues.
Nope.
So, yeah. So pretty much any Honda product that, came with a K or other 4-cylinder.
K or B?
No B. By this point, we have lost... The K replaced the B, effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, so... But, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's all I need in my life. Very simple things.
Word.
Yeah,
We're rooting for you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
I am a little disappointed that you're leaving the Euro scene,
The
but
Audubon Edition GTI is a good car, but
yeah.
It's a good car, but I mean, it's just been, I knew there were problems, and I knew I would have to deal with these problems.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's great.
here's the thing. For anybody listening who's currently considering the vehicle, keep in mind that the expensive shit has been taken care of.
Literally all of the problems, the timing chain guides and tensioners have been replaced. There's a new MAF in the car.
Yep.
There's a new battery in the car. There's a new high-pressure fuel pump in the car. New spark plugs, new coil packs.
We even fixed the little leaky hose in the hatch that squirts washer fluid onto your rear window.
Yeah. Like,
I'm particularly proud of that one.
that was
Sure.
that was pretty awesome. But yeah, like all of the problems have been addressed. All you need to do is just drive this thing out of my life. Well, all you need to do first is give me a check. And then hang around until that shit clears. But I mean, if you're giving me a cashier's check, it's bound to clear.
Sure.
None of this two-party out-of-state thing. No. But yeah, car could be yours, but probably won't be, because I just need this thing out of my life.
Yes.
So yeah. I mean, I'd get
And on that note,
yeah.
On that bombshell.
Yes, on that, whatever the hell that was, it's time to bid you good night. Or afternoon, evening,
Good day.
whatever it is. Follow us on our social media at camautomag on everything. Head over to camautomag.com for all sorts of fun features. Perhaps I will finish that thing trying to write a subtle and nuanced article about why we might need to rethink doing GT car races on street circuits. So far, the current draft is just me yelling at everybody, calling everybody idiots because you keep arguing against me. No, these tracks are terrible.
Did you not see that crash?
We will.
That pileup?
Have you not watched Long Beach every year where somebody inevitably in the hairpin tries to make an ill-advised turn, some Forza bullshit, and then causes the field to just come to a dead halt?
I mean, to be fair, that just points out the rookies. Yeah, they shouldn't be driving road courses or street courses like that.
I mean,
I love street courses.
They're
honestly, the shapes that they take are pretty entertaining. No lie, that's one of my favorite courses in Forza. Actually,
Long Beach
is Long Beach.
Oh, I hate Long Beach.
Seconded by, oh God, where was it? It was one of the French ones. I don't
Prague?
remember. Yeah, Prague. Yeah,
It's not in France.
no,
but-
it's not.
whatever.
But that is an interesting track, though.
Yeah.
So
Well-
I love those tracks.
Well, I mean, I enjoy them, but I mean, the thing is, when you have a, factory Porsche driver driving for the factory Porsche team, trying to do some rookie bullshit, then it becomes an issue. Or there's just a lot of problems with road courses or street circuits, not road courses, but street circuits. I'll get to that eventually. But yeah, keep checking camautomag.com for stuff. We will eventually finish migrating the store.
Hey.
Yeah, and we
Yay.
will have far more product for you.
Yay.
Fun, interesting product.
Yay.
Check out the house band Methuseworm. They're the ones who provide the theme song for this. This theme song is called Print Something. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Bandcamp.
They've got a lot of good stuff.
They got
some good
I like
stuff.
all their stuff.
Yeah.
Good driving music.
Yeah, and if you get a chance to see them live, it's a fucking riot.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Live shows
So-
are great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Volkswagens and things on the website and stuff.
Jeez. I mean, you could have brought that up a little earlier.
Okay, I'll
Awkward transition.
I'm just all sorts of awkward today.
Yeah,
God damn it!
why am I so awkward?
Driving a car this weekend. Golf R
Ooh.
belongs to a buddy of mine. It's got an access port on it and white line springs.
Type.
The purpose of driving this car is to bring something familiar and introduce it with something new. Going to be discovering some new driving roads. Dave, I'm going to be doing US 199.
Oh, as you should be.
Yeah.
As
Fun,
you
fun.
should
In a Mark
be.
7 Golf R with the lady friend.
Very
Nice.
good.
Really looking forward to doing that. Kyle is going to be out of town. Threw me the keys,
Nice.
so I'm going to have that for the day.
Cool.
Really looking forward to that. So that's all I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
done now.
All right, cool. So, did you just want to announce your weekend plans, or is that going to be something we'll see the fruits of your labors on?
Oh yeah, so I'm doing an article on that.
God damn. Yeah, you just kind of like teased that and then immediately just ran away from it. Just gonna threw that.
I wasn't feeling the love.
I mean, no, it's great. I mean, I still want to get out there and drive that road. You know,
Yeah.
seems fun and awesome. Yeah, Dave Kazarian's tackled it in his 911.
That his post is what inspired me to do this.
Yeah.
So, going to be taking photos and writing about the experience and talking about something familiar with something new.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Alrighty,
We're down.
nice. And eventually we'll get Dave's thoughts on something on the website.
Something.
We'll
Something. I'll pen something in.
Fuck it, eventually.
Sorry,
It's-
I'm now the only other employee at work. And
Yeah.
I build granite countertops for a living, so I'm a little busy.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have free time?
What's that?
Yeah,
What's
fun.
that? I drive in a car 2 hours a day to go to and from work, and then when I get home, all I want to do is sleep.
Yeah, so
I don't envy you.
But you know what? It's the things you do to become co-owner of a business.
yep.
So
Yeah. So, yeah, fun fact, none of the people in this room, cam is not their main job. So,
No.
it is really a thing that we just do because we're passionate about this stuff.
although, trust me, once I get into a much better financial position, which should be relatively soon, I intend on funding a little bit more of the shenanigans that CAMautomag wants
That
to
would be
do.
rad.
Hot damn.
So,
Thanks,
by the way,
Professor.
guys, buy granite countertops.
Yep.
For me, specifically.
Yeah.
At
What a
City X
segue.
Granite.
Yeah, City X Granite.
What a segue there, Dave.
Yes, and hopefully we'll be announcing a new proper sponsor next week.
Oh, I really hope so.
Yeah, we got to talk to.
Oh, yeah, we've got this in the works. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a little while. We just got
That's
to hammer out the details. It's
Indeed.
going to be interesting. So, if nothing else, it's just helping out another homie, another longtime friend of the program.
Cool.
Yep. So, yeah, enjoy. This is dropping on Thanksgiving, so if you listen to us on Thanksgiving, enjoy it, and/or I'm sorry. The day will end soon enough. Hopefully you got to the liquor store yesterday because they're closed today.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just remember that, folks.
You reminded me. I need to go get
The
some.
liquor store tomorrow is going to suck.
It always does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you got to try to find the one. You got to try to go on like odd hours, and you got to go to ones where don't go downtown. Downtown's always a nightmare. Never.
It's
go
always
there.
4th South and like 2nd
Yeah.
West or whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Tiny ass parking lot.
Yeah. Some weird, questionable looking parking attendant yelling at people.
Parking attendant.
Just some dude.
Quote, end quote.
Just some homeless dude in a reflective vest.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Go, find a liquor store that's kind of out of the way. There you go. Go on odd hours. That's how you do it.
Holiday.
I think I'm gonna go buy some
Taylorsville.
dark liquors on my lunch break tomorrow. I think.
Attaboy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. So, yeah, with that advice, hope you were enjoying your Thanksgiving holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Lots of
thankful,
turkey.
damn it.
Be thankful for us giving you a brief reprieve from dealing with your family. Or be thankful that you have a family that you can enjoy this with.
Hey, how about that?
What kind of family that is that would enjoy this, I don't know. Not sure I want to know.
That's okay.
But you know what? Feel free to let us know if you're listening with your family.
Indeed.
Especially if you have young children.
Oh, criminy.
Been a minute since I've gotten a ticket for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Oh, God, I love skateboarding. Anyway, I have been Mike, a.k.a. Dear Leader, a.k.a. Doc Taste.
I have been the professor. Drink up, bitches.
I am, and I always will be, Gavin Picar.
Oh shit.
Damn fucking straight. All right,
Don't you
folks.
fucking forget.
Oh.
Ooh.
And now for the fade out.
Ooh.
Good night,
Sassy.
everybody.
So how about Vinny's GTR?
Oh my
Oh
god,
yeah, that was
sexy.
great.
God, I want to drive that so bad.
Oh, it's a beautiful boat.
Jeez.